Hey everyone, this is Sonic Jack 144, and today we are taking a look at the Kamen Rider ZEZTZ driver. So here it is. This is the ZEZTZ review. I've been waiting for a while for me to do this, but here we go. This driver has to be my favorite henshin belt, like, ever. First of all, this is one of my favorite henshin belts, and as you see in a moment, I held off on this review for quite a while for a few reasons. One, Legend Capsums, and two, Plasma is going to debut pretty soon, and I will get to that in a bit. Oh, so real quick, look at this little guy! Little pre-order bonus! Go Chizo! Watch the first episode of that, immediately grabbed this henshin belt. So I am going to actually put it on right now. Because yes, this is the first henshin belt I can wear. So, yeah. Alright. Let's turn her on, shall we? I'll try and back up the camera a bit. Or how about I back myself up? Yeah, there we go. So I get it all on camera. Alright. Let us begin. So first of all, we are going to grab our capsum. This is Impact, funny story. This is my original Impact capsum. And I'm just gonna be completely blunt. It's broken. I broke it, and it's pretty bad. It's pretty gosh darn bad. Yeah. That is the Impact capsum. I tried fixing it and didn't really work out that well, so that's why I bought the SG capsum set, so that I was able to get it. But anyway, let us put in our first capsum. So this is Impact. I'm sure you can see it on camera. Got a little cool animation. And these bad boys can spin. This one's a bit rusty, but when it comes to spinning, but it's fine. Anyway, let's pop it into the belt, shall we? You get your standby. Love the lights, love the lights. And when you're ready, I'm on it. Henshin! So as you can see, this basically glows. It glows on the sides, and as you can see on the side here, see the red? There's a reason why I wore specifically a black shirt for this. It's so that the lights can flash through. So here we go. And when you're ready, you're going to press the lever 3 times. And then, Takedo. So that is your normal finisher. Now we are going to get to the other one, which is going to be the over banish. So 3, and then do it one more time, and it now flashes white. That is your over finish. So, over to KO. Now there you go. Those are the sounds that you get from it normally. You can eject capsum and it will still glow. On certain occasions, this will just turn off. So if you don't want to put any capsum in after this, push the lever and you will enter a deactivation state. Which I think is really cool. Just having that alone makes this a lot better than most tension belts, in my opinion, because they definitely knew exactly what they were doing with this. Alright, so now we are going to get to some other capsums. Now, I want to quickly stress this enough. These are probably going to be used in the show, and how I know this is I've been following the show lately, and the monster of the week, the nightmares, they all seem to have color cues based on each rider. So, like, the Magnum Nightmare was based on Double. The Poison one from the latest episode was based on Xaid. We're getting these nightmares. The Bomber is based on Build. We're getting all of these, and it's making me wonder, are we going to, like, see the Legend Rider forms appear in the show? It's making me wonder that. So, let us actually start with Legend Rider Capsum Set 01, which I have the box for. So here it is. This is the Rider Capsum Set. This is usually what you would get it in, is in these canisters. Here's your obligatory product shots, and of course, Sad Pac-Man, shoutouts to MGO, of course. Really awesome, and I like these. 04, I will be getting Legend Rider Set 04, and I will be making a separate video for that, so stay tuned. Anywho, let us now showcase Kamen Rider Kuga. So, Kamen Rider Kuga, as you can see, is Kuga given a thumbs up, which I think is really cool. Now, as you'll see in the moment, because we're not going to be doing these in order, but I'm just choosing Kuga first, because Kuga, happy anniversary, Kuga. It is 25th anniversary for Kuga. Very happy that. Oh, so Kabuto's movie got leaked. I don't know how that happened, but it got leaked on a Chinese website. So, anyway, Kuga. Show Henshin! Finishers and all that will basically be the same. However, if we spin the capsum, you get a sound associated with that rider, which is really, really cool, and I love that. All of the other capsums also do it, however, I feel that the Legend Rider ones have a very special cue with it. So that is Kuga. And now we are going to be moving to Kamen Rider Agito. So here is Agito. You can see other way. And you can see the Agito symbol there, spinning. I think you'll be able to see the effect better on camera. But, here we go. Kamen Rider Agito. Henshin! You know, I don't know what's going on with the camera, but the fact that it's making that cool X pattern is really, really making me happy. I love it. Let us now go ahead and do that little associated sound. I didn't even need to spin it, it did it. That's the sound of Agito's belt appearing, which I think is really cool. Alright, next rider, Kamen Rider Ryuki. Kamen Rider Ryuki. Here we go. It wouldn't even let me do the proper henshin, but you know what, there you go. I will forever like this. With the white coming down, yeah, I will forever love that. Alright, now I'm just going to showcase some of my favorites from this belt. So, here is Kamen Rider Fourze, which uses a certain pose I think you're very familiar with. It is Fourze's Ujukita, which is really awesome, and I love that. Look at him go! Look at Fourze go! Alright. One of my favorite sounds, by the way. Shout out to Hawkillies for his reaction to this, dude. Henshin! Awesome. It does not get cooler than that. It is faithful to the Fourze driver in every way, and I love it. Also, it's an arrow switch sound. That is legendary. They had fun making this henshin belt. I had to. Geats is one of my favorite Kamen Riders, hands down. The second Rider series I have watched in full, so, second ever. And I am currently working on watching Hibiki, so. There is some problems with the henshin belt, bear in mind, but here you go. Henshin. This and Double are one of my favorites, and for a very good reason. You see this? You see the red and the white? This is meant to represent Boost and Magnum. And I initiated the finisher. There we go. I had to check something, but yeah, there we go. Alright, and this is my favorite sound from this. There you go. There you go. Alright. One more. This one is another good one from the belt. Not a good spin on that. What I wish they should have done with this, although it makes sense because of the green, Also, dude, the X on the... If this is on the video, dude, bro. It might be a glare, but I still like it. It looks really cool with it. Anywho. Now, this is one I've been saving for last for a multitude of reasons, because this came with the Gochizo as well. This came with my belt, and I am so happy I have it, because this is my first Henshin belt pre-order bonus. This is the Gochizo Capsum. I'm not sure if I'm spinning it correctly, but it spins around, and it says Gummy. And when we put it into the Henshin belt... Look at those colors! This is one of my favorite capsums for a multitude of reasons. One... This sound, this entire Gochizo could have completely not have been made, and we could have just gotten the Gavu one. But Bandai, especially Toei, cared enough to make this belt. I know it's a bit of a bad time for this review, especially with the current situation with Maya, actor of Goju Unicorn. Honestly, F Toei for what they did to her. We don't really... I don't really know the whole situation when it comes to that, but what I do know is something bad happened behind the scenes, and it just doesn't sit right with me. But when it comes to this capsum, you're probably wondering, why does it make that sound? And that is because the Henshin Belt Gavu, which would have been able to use this, the Gavu belt does not have a sound for this. It will just say, next rider. So they put the Gochizo's sound in the belt, which is genius. Genius on so many levels, and I know I am carrying the Gochizo like this. He's so cool, though. Such a cool figure, though. Yeah. Now, one more thing when it comes to this belt, and I am sure everyone has known about it, but you could pop this off. And let's say let's say I have like a pencil, right? Here's a pencil. Right here is a special button. This is something that will be coming in the near future, and is something that I'm genuinely very excited for. Here you go. You're hearing it first from Sonic Jack himself. ZEZTZ. One of the many super forms coming to Kamen Rider ZEZTZ. Unique standby and everything. Now, here's the thing that I'm wondering about. I am not going to do the full Henshin because the sound doesn't change. Which leads me to believe we are getting an Impact Capsum that links with the belt itself. Which, by the way, I'm not getting the Night Invoker. I am not getting that for a multitude of reasons. One, it is not the secondary rider's true Henshin belt. Because in the show, Nox is going to be getting his normal rider form through that. And through spoilers and leaks, we already know about Nox Knight. So, yeah, we already know what's going to be going on with that, but I have another thing to share, and this is actually the last thing I have to share. This is Kamen Rider Geo, right? You can mimic this thing to do something that I think you guys are probably known about because it's coming out in a couple of weeks. If you are able to mimic it, there you go. This is ZEZTZ Plasma. This is a form that we are getting in a couple of weeks. You know how I said that Booster was not going to be an upgrade form? I was right. It is an upgrade form. I was wrong. So Booster is going to be called Inazuma Booster. So my theory, which I have in my community posts, was right. There's 5 types of capsums instead of 4. They hid the 5th one for a very specific reason, to keep us questioning. Also, Agito is a plasma type. All of the Legend Riders have unique colors. So, like, okay, here's Geo. This is an Impact capsum. This is an Impact color capsum. Okay, here is, let's do Kamen Rider Blade for an example. It radiates blue. That is because it is a civilization capsum. Which points to even more theories about that. It leads me to believe that those capsums are going to show up in the show. Anywho, this is Sonic Jack 144. I've been holding off on this review for quite a while. When it comes to Beyblade content, it's kinda iffy. I don't know if I'll be able to produce stuff. But until then, this is Sonic Jack 144. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And as always, Gear Breaking out.